All right, and good morning, and welcome to our Friday morning sprint to the weekend with your coach Oliver Blue. And boy, what a exciting time to be uh, living. I don't know about you, but life keeps getting even more and more interesting and exciting. Especially when you have made a quality decision to be on your growing edge. And I hope you've made that decision for yourself. And so, here at All Things Truly, it is our intention to uh, help those who feel stuck to get unstuck. There's nothing. There's nothing as uncomfortable as the feeling of being stuck, having no advancement or progress in the different key areas of life, whether it be your relationships, whether it be your relationship with money or your relationship with time. Money is unlimited. There's an unlimited amount of money. That money never runs out, but there is a limited amount of time. Time does run out. When you use your 24 hours, you can't get them back. But you can spend all the money that you have and you can get more money. And so, what is your relationship with time and money? Would you like to have a different relationship with time and money? What about your health and your wellness? You know, we only get one of these instruments called bodies, and we have to be a good steward over it. And sometimes these bodies, they need work. They need the proper nourishment. They need the proper rest. They need the proper care. And so, what about your health and your wellness? What about the condition or the state of mind? Are you in a state of peace, or are you in a state of fear? How about the wellness of the mind? Would you like to have a different relationship with that? How about the area of your employment or your job? Or what about, you may be an entrepreneur, you may be a business owner, or you may be an entrepreneur, you may be an employee that want to become a business owner, or you may be an employee that wants to grow and progress and advance within the organization that you work. What is your relationship with your job and your career, your business? Not to omit spirituality. What is your relationship with yourself? What is your relationship with your creator? What is your relationship with humanity? And where humanity is concerned, what's your relationship in terms of how you give back to humanity, your service to humanity? So these are all the 6 key areas that we work with, with our clients. And we know from our own experience that there's this inner urge or this impulse that goes off in us all the time, every day, to desire more in our life, to desire a different experience, different results that are heading north and not south. And definitely not results that remain the same day in, day out, month in, month out, year in, year out. There's no happiness, there's no fulfillment in being stuck or being stagnant or, with no growth. Because we all have the same nature. And within our nature is the desire for more. And that's not going to go anywhere. Your desire for more, those ideas, those desires, those longings, those discontent that come up into your awareness on a daily basis, they're not going anywhere. Why? Because the nature of life is for expansion. Your life is is calling you to a freer and more fuller expression of who you really are. You know, you hear the term all the time. People say, well, I'm being my best self, or I'm headed to be my best self, or I want to be my best self, or the best version of myself. And that is a very true desire and a goal to have. Why? Because then what happens when we say yes to growth, when we say yes to the unlimited possibilities, we're saying yes to our nature. And when we align with nature, or when we are not aligned, I like to use the word universe, which is a catch-all word. You know, in the spiritual community, we say align with God. Well, it doesn't matter what we reference it to. The reality is that we live and swim and live and have been birthed into this space where there is unlimited resources, unlimited ideas, unlimited potential. And then we have this nature that we have that always is desiring for the more. So that's a natural thing. It's a natural thing to desire for more of life, to experience more of freedom, more happiness, more joy, more peace, more creativity. We started this week out on Monday talking about the competitive mind versus the creative mind, and that it is the creative mind that wants to drive our life, that wants to direct our life. And we have to train ourselves to allow that creative mind to be the mind in which we operate in versus the competitive mind. The creative mind is about abundance. The competitive mind is about what? Win, lose. The competitive mind is about scarcity and the control of others and limited opportunities. It's kind of a fearful mind, but the creative mind is about win-win. It understands that we live in an infinite universe. It understands that it is about the abundance. The creative mind understands that it is about unlimited opportunities, and not just opportunity for ourselves, but to expand others in the process. It's about not only enriching your life, but enriching the lives of others. And when it comes down to the to the use of the creative mind, it's about calmness. There's a calmness that comes over you. And so then on Wednesday, we talked about, on our Wednesday shift, we talked about creating life on demand. Yes, you can create your life on demand, meaning by design versus by default. When we realize this marvelous mind that we have, that is a creation machine. We all know it's a thinking machine. It's a feeling machine. It's an emotional machine. But all those feelings and all those emotions are given to us as a way to feel into the thing that we love, to allow the energy of creation to align itself so that our thoughts, our feelings, our emotion, that word emotion basically means energy and motion, because everything is energetic. That when all of these things are aligned with our actions, then the results that we get would be in a corresponding result to the thinking, the feelings, the emotion, and the actions that we take. We live in a universe of duality, a universe of polarity, where there is always an equal response called cause and effect. So when we begin to create on demand by designing the life that we want, designing the relationships that we like, designing the career or the business or the job that we like, designing our health and our wellness, designing our spiritual condition, designing the service that we offer to humanity by design, by creating a blueprint. Not a limited design, but an unlimited design. How much of life do you want to experience? How much of love do you want to express? How much do you want to give? How much do you want to share? How much do you want to create? How much do you want to solve? There is no cap to that. It's as much life that you want to experience. And so that's what creating by design is. Because fulfillment basically is the ability to create. And when we're not creating according to what we would love, but we're living by default, that's where the nature of our happiness gets kind of converted. Because happiness is not something that happens as a result of us doing things, but happiness is a part of our nature. And when we are creating by design, creating from a creative mindset, from a place of where there's an infinite and an abundant mindset, understanding that we live in a friendly universe that is for us and not against us. That is a whole different level of living. That's a whole different level of being. That is a whole different level of expressing the nature of love. It's a whole level of gratitude where we understand that we are connected to this infinite source. And our connection to this infinite source is where we can live. It's where we can grow. It's where we can expand. It's where we can really get to a place where we can really help others. If you really want to be able to help others, be your best self. We have to be our best self. So we have to turn within and start with us. And it's just a matter of, living on demand, of creating a life on demand. It really comes down to an expanded awareness, expanding our knowing. I made a statement last night on our weekly show that the biggest cost to all of us is not knowing. The greatest cost to all of us, it is not knowing. It's not your taxes or your mortgage or your car payment or your boat payment or the tuition that you have to pay for your children or any other big ticket item. We think that, if I didn't have this, life would be better. No, life would be better for all of us if we knew how this universe worked, if we knew how the mind worked, if we knew really and understood this infinite energetic field that we're living in, all this energy that is all around us, that's just looking to take form. That's why we get ideas and desires every day. These ideas and these desires are looking to take form, and it's looking to take form through you. Will we allow that which is seeking to emerge in our life to come forward? Well, it is the not knowing that keeps us in a state of stuck, that keeps us saying no and suppressing what is seeking to come forth. But today we say yes. We say yes to this reality of creating on demand. 3% of the population has been doing it. What's up with the other 97%? The other 97% is in a state of what? Not knowing. But if you continue to listen to us here at All Things Truly, if you continue to tune in and listen to the principles that we're sharing, if you begin to take action and begin to get some of the resources that we use so you can start your own study, it's up to you. Life is here saying, yes, come and get it, but it's up to you. And you have to make just that decision, an irrevocable decision, that I'm going to be my best self, that I'm going to find out how this mind works. I'm going to find out what's all available to me. And once that decision is made, and the first thing that we have to do is, after being grateful, is to go to work on renewing the mind or transforming the mind. Because the mind will operate efficiently and perfectly when we allow the truths that are true always to bring our mind back into subjection and to become a service to us. So it's a matter of expansion of our awareness, meaning knowing versus not knowing. It's a matter of making an irrevocable decision. Once we make that decision, we connect to the infinite by our gratitude. We go to work on renewing our minds by doing the work, doing the study. We decide for what we absolutely want, create a blueprint that includes all of our aspirations, all of our visions, all of our dreams, all of our goals. And then we impress those ideas onto our subconscious mind through our feelings and our emotions, by getting emotionally involved with what we would love. Get excited about what we love, being enthusiastic about the life that you would love. That is the way we impress these ideas or your vision, your dreams, your goals, your aspiration onto your subconscious mind, because your subconscious mind is just like the earth. It will grow anything that you plant in it. And we spend a lot of time planting things into our subconscious that we really don't want. Well, we're going to start all over. And we're going to plant in our mind and in our subconscious part of our mind those aspirations, that vision that you've been given, those dreams that you've always desired, and those goals that you want to meet each month, each quarter, each year. What's your 3-year goal? What's your 10-year goal? Take that pen and become a ready writer and design your life. Create by demand, and on demand you can do it. You wonder how people are living way up here and then so many of us are living way down here. It's because the 3%ers, they have figured it out. They have come into an awareness of this is how it's done. You ask any ultra successful person, and first of all, they got a coach, they got a mentor, they got someone that's teaching them, guiding them, supporting them for what they don't know, and then they're taking the action, taking the steps, creating life on demand. And we're sitting back looking at fans. 97% of humanity is looking back, being a fan, saying, "Oh, aren't they great? Aren't they? Isn't they nice? Isn't that wonderful? Look what they have." And all the time feeling like, why can't I have that? Well, you can. Why can't I be that? Yes, you can. Not what they are, but you are a totally unique expression. You are a totally unique display of love and abundance. And when it comes from you, it comes like it's never come before. And that's what the world needs. We need all of us to come alive to our reality and begin to create a life that we love. And once that is impressed on the subconscious part of our mind, we just take steps, action steps from where we are with what we have. And you will begin to see that the universe, that love, that God, whatever you want to call, whatever you refer to as that ultimate power, you'll begin to see that power at work in your life and begin to bring the people, the resources, the expertise, the specialized knowledge that you need. And things begin to change all around you. This is the life more abundantly that our elder brother talked about. I came that you may have life and have it more abundantly. That these things will be added unto you. Well, that comes through a mindset that comes through an awareness, that comes through focus, that comes through discipline? Or are we willing to do the work? Because it is work. It's the greatest work that one can do. The greatest work that one can do is to engage in the renewing and the transformation of their mind, because it is the mind by which we use to design, to imagine, to create, to have the awareness and the knowledge that we need. It all comes through our mind. And so, hey, as you prepare for this weekend, as you sprint to the weekend, do the self-care, do the self-love, get the rejuvenation and the restoration that you need to be able to start your next week. But when we start that next week, we're starting that next week from a creative mind, and we're going to start our next week creating a life on demand. Are you with me? Would this be something that you would love? Try it. You will like it. You would absolutely love living in this way, instead of living by default, instead of living in a world where there's so much negativity that is taking our attention and distracting us. And begin to create your own economy, create your own environment, create your own future. And you can do it right now. Enjoy your weekend. You deserve it. Love someone differently. Share with someone in a way you never shared before. But make that irrevocable decision that life is going to be the way that you desire it, the way that you demand it, the way that you create it. And let's do this together. All right. Thank you for being here. Have a great weekend. And do all things from a place of love. This is Oliver Blue, your self-image, your vision, your transformational coach. Call me what you like. I'll be all things to all men, that I may win some, hopefully win all, but to win some to this life of abundance. See you next time. Bye-bye.